So Pla now, will he be able to break away from the battling Simon Pagenaud and Philippe Albuquerque? Renger van der Zand is right there as well in the gloss black number 10 Cadillac. In GT Le Mans, Jesse Krohn leads from the two Porsches after a good bit of pit work by the Rahal Letterman guys. Hang on, we've got a car going slowly. A very slow prototype there.
That was the number 3 Corvette ahead of the one of the Porsches, wasn't it?
Well, we've got the 24 BMW ahead of both of the Porsches, leading GTLM at the moment. Jesse Krohn.
Yikes, that's a big shuffle around. There was one Porsche leading, then the BMW, then the Corvette, and then the other
That's
Porsche.
A change back then. That's the 24, lost the lead. Jesse Krohn has lost the lead to Nick Tandy.
He did have the lead, didn't he? You're right.
And that's... Sorry, my attention was taken by the slow-running prototype, which as it was white, I was wondering if that was the leader. This is where the binoculars come into use here. Trying to see the cars from the side as they go through. So underneath us now, there's the leader. That was still Ollie Pla. Pagenaud second. Philippe Albuquerque third. Then Van der Zande. Loic Duval for the Mustang sampling car. Let's wait to see how the GTs come across the line. It is the 911 because it's got the piece of black carbon showing through, but here comes Jesse Krohn. Krohn to the outside, might be scored the leader here as he goes across the line, and is, but Nick Tandy takes it back. That's what's been happening, Jeremy.
Yes.
Jesse Krohn's dragging by on the line and getting ahead and scored in the lead, but by the time it's turn one, the Porsche's back up the inside.
Brilliant stuff.
And sitting right in there is Nicky Katzberg in the mid-engined Corvette C8R.
Yeah.
Then in fourth place, Lawrence Vantor in the 912 Porsche. Then Tommy Milner's about 4 seconds further back. He's got his wing mirrors full of James Collado back in the 62 Ferrari. Still in the hunt, despite the lack of power that James was talking about earlier on. Bruno Spengler, of course, behind the wall and in the paddock, not just sitting in the pit box. It's gone back to its garage here, down towards turn 4 of the speedway.
Yeah, so here we are. We got Mazda, Acura, Cadillac, the top 3, covered by not very much, although the Mazda is definitely inching away. In GTLM, we've got BMW, Porsche, Chevrolet, and another Porsche, all nose to tail. In GTD, well, everybody and their dog is nose to tail, aren't they? Led by the Lamborghini right now, with Corey Lewis at the wheel of the number 48 Paul Miller Racing Lamborghini.
The battling in GT Daytona is superb. The full course caution that we had was for that incident between the Aston Martin and the Lamborghini. We'll get some more news on that in a moment, but here again, the battle for the lead in GT Le Mans. And here again, on the high side, Jesse Krohn in the dark coloured BMW gets ahead, almost gets all the way ahead. He needs to get down to the line. He does, gets down to the yellow line behind. We've got prototypes coming through, but this time Krohn makes it stick, and Nick Tandy drops back to second. Still the Corvette in third, and the second of the Porsches in fourth. Let's go to Diana Binks down in the pit lane, who has caught up with the John Gore from Aston Martin Racing.
John is with me now. John, first of all, how's the driver?
I think he's fine. I think Alex is fine. He's a little bit shocked. I think he says that the Lamborghini braked on the banking to try and get in the pits, which he was a bit surprised about. Whether that's the real story or not, I don't really know, to be honest with you. I mean, they've been given a penalty, I can see. There's a lot of damage on the car, so but for sure we'll try and help them repair it because it's the start of the season and they're just learning the car just now. So give them a few laps later on, that'd be great. It's disappointing because the pace of the car, I mean, the 98 car looks really strong. I'm sure Nicky will be really disappointed he didn't get in that car towards the end. Yeah, we got a few things. We got a few things to sort out in the pits on the 98 car. But the pace on track looks pretty good, so we're in the pack now and fighting for it, so let's see what happens.
We understand there was a sort of late change to the driver lineup and Paul Dell'Elana couldn't be here. Are you disappointed about that?
Oh, he's here in spirit, trust me. He's listening right now, and and for sure he's watching at home in Canada. Yeah, I mean, he had a little skiing incident, had a minor injury on his leg. But of course he wanted the car to race, and we're in a great partnership for nearly a decade now, to be honest with you. and he's desperate to win this one. And he's going to win it one day, I'm sure about it, but it won't be this year. We'll try and win it on his behalf.
Well, Andrew Watson here is this weekend. How's he getting on?
Say again, sorry.
Andrew Watson's here this weekend. How's he getting on?
A great opportunity for Andrew, it really was. It really was a last-minute call-up for him. But he did a great job in the first stint. He's never driven in the US before, doesn't know any of these rules. He's off to Australia on Monday for Bathurst, but he's fitting this one in between, and yeah, he had a great start. Hopefully he does well later in the race.
For the moment, John, thank you.
Thanks a lot.
But I just say happy Burns night to our two Scots down there in the pit lane. John Gore, a racer of some repute himself. I remember him in Ferrari Challenge, and he's rapid, always was, and great to hear him on our airwaves again. Jeremy Shaw.
And I think probably what happened there for Alex Ruberas is that the number 47 car it made the commitment line below the two yellow lines that run down the side of the racetrack on the short chute between turn 4 and the tri-oval, and he didn't make the move particularly early, I have to say. But I think what happened is that the Aston Martin was probably trying to draft him and followed him down underneath there, didn't realise that he was underneath the yellow lines because the car was directly in front of him.
Welcome back, Joe Bradley, to the pit lane. Evening, Joseph.
Evening, everybody. And I've been able to catch quickly up with Kyle Busch, who brought the number 14 Lexus in 10 laps early, we believe. Kyle, was there any reason behind that? We believe you came in 10 laps early in the stint.
Well, I mean, the caution came out, so that kind of changed all of our plans and what we had scheduled to go on. And, basically, when the caution came out, we got the wave by, and then when the rest of those guys pitted, we got the extra wave by. So that's when we got the opportunity to come in, get tires and fuel on it, do a driver swap, and get Parker back out there, just try to eclipse his allotted time.
Thank you for watching the Corvette channel. Don't forget to hit subscribe.